This is Trash Talk with your host, Garrett the Trash Man.
What is up, everybody? I jumped the gun with Tyler, and he's pretty upset. We're going to get one of those director clickers.
That would actually be pretty cool. Can
Yes.
we put it in front of the camera and go click?
Por supuesto.
Oh, yeah, we need to.
All right, welcome to the podcast. Sorry we've been gone for a few weeks. It's on me. I did not responsibly line things up for the madness that was ensuing in my life, and here we are.
Quapa.
But bam, we're back here, Fire Friday. Let's do this, baby.
Do it. Just do it.
So, first of all, before we jump into this, thank you, Larson Waste, world's best trash company. You know, we're out here doing.
Just do it.
Yeah, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I deleted TikTok. Screw TikTok. You know, every time Instagram just puts out a copycat, I'm like, yeah, why not? I would rather have it all in one app. So I don't care if they copied someone. What does that matter to me? Anyway, side thing. But yeah, dude, thank you, Larson Waste, for sponsoring this podcast. And it's Fire Friday. John, are you ready to fire people up?
Let's pump them up.
All right, let's hear it.
All right. So mine is, I know I've talked about it, but man, it's just so relevant in my life because it keeps popping up and I keep seeing it. And it's just, man, when you are trying to stretch and grow and do something new in life, and all of a sudden you're all excited, and then all of a sudden you're not excited, it's old fear sneaking back in.
Oh, the old fear, dude.
And that bad boy, you know, he's got lots of masks in his pocket, and he just keeps putting different ones on. And, man, like, yeah, that's been really, like, really present for me the last about week and a half of like, man, we're looking at doing some different things and making some changes in life. And, like, yeah, all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, no, I can't do that. I did it. I'm like, what the heck am I thinking? Of course I can. And, like, I'm pumped to do it, so why am I feeling this way? Well, it's because it's old fear sneaking back in.
What if this? What if that?
Yep. So we're just going to give him the old boot, kick him back to the curb, tell him to go live in a van under the bridge.
Down by the river.
In a van down by the river. Oh, it's a good skit. If you haven't seen it, go look it up. But, yeah, dude, like, just kick old fear to the curb.
Mm-hmm.
He does not serve you. He likes to create messes in your life. And it's just no fun living in a fearful way.
Yeah.
In a fearful state, man. Just boot it. And I know I've said that probably 100 times on this podcast, but I'm going to say it again.
Say it 100 times more.
Because guess what? Old fear, he's just going to keep coming back. And you just got to keep rejecting him at the door. Don't let him in. And whoop-ha, life is better.
Love it, dude. Absolutely love it. What I got to rant about is very similar.
Yeah?
So I've been thinking in my life, there's a lot of things that, you know, if you're up to something in life, there's resistance. Like, it's just part of being here on earth. There's resistance, opposition in all things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not necessarily a bad thing. And at the same time, it can really start to drag you down. And I came across this video, and it was this... So that in mind, as I was watching this video, is this Navy SEAL dude that had a really successful career in corporate finances, and then decided, you know what, I'm going to go be a SEAL for a while. And did it, like, he finished BUD/S, like, right when September 11th happened. So he was...
What timing?
In it, yeah. But anyway, he's talking about BUD/S, and he was describing his experience, and, like, man, if you've ever, like, researched or if you know of anyone that's gone through any special ops, whether it's BUD/S or any of the other stuff, man, like, it's no joke. Like, he's talking about how wet he was when they get wet and sandy. He's like, it's like having sandpaper reversed when you run everywhere. And, like, I was imagining that in my head because, like, I feel like I could run anywhere for any amount of time. It's whatever. I can get it done. But you start adding in, like, chafing, like, everywhere on your body's, like, exposed, rashed out. Like, it's like, man, that would be so tough. And he was just talking about his mindset in that, like, all in, all the time. And I think that's why what draws so many people to like athletes or special forces people, because it's such an easy manifestation to see of like pushing through those things.
Mm-hmm.
But that same mindset and that same aspect ought to be applied if you want to be creating big things in your life in every portion of your life.
Yeah.
And so, like, I was thinking about finance and my relationship with money and how I've been working on that. And it's been ebbing and flowing. And, man, money, like, and I was really kind of at a low point with it. And it helped me see that, well, this is just like running with a boat on my head in the sandpaper. Like, it's like I can't go anymore. I can't. It's like, yes, you can. Like, when you think you're done, you're probably got about 70% left. You haven't even got halfway.
Yep.
And so when you're attacking things, whether it's business wise and you've been working a deal, and maybe it's been a deal that you've been working for 3 years. I'm in the middle of that, and it's like I can't do it anymore. It's like, no, I could do it. I've only gone 30% of what I can actually do. And so don't, I've at times thought I had to have a career like Navy SEAL or something to be having that push, but take that same mindset anywhere. And that's why you see a lot of these special ops guys be successful wherever they go afterwards, because they keep that same mindset. And anyway, that just kind of fired me up last night, and so I got up and got after it. And that all-in mentality is just, man, it's such a better way to live life rather than like just, oh, I'm gonna just make it through today or see what today brings and wander through, and I'll kind of do this because I've got to do, it's something I've got to do. Like, man, just take it a day at a time. If you're in a down spot, take it a day at a time and say, all right, today I'm going to be all in everything I do. If tomorrow I want to be a bum and like cry about everything I have to do, I can do that. But today I'm going to do everything I can, everything I do, I'm going to do all in, whether it's freaking at the gym, doing the dishes, whatever your job is, feeding the kids, just be all in and like take it day by day, because I get it. It's hard to take it and say like, oh, I'm going to put my whole life and be all in. Just do one day at a time and then take on the next day.
Yeah. I like that you share that. And one interesting story. So I'm not actually going to talk about what everyone talks about with this person. But another story that's not near as talked about. So good old Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
For years, everyone talked about his insane work ethic. How, they would play a back-to-back. They'd fly across the country, play one night, fly in a couple hours, play the next night, and at 2 o'clock in the morning after that game, he's calling his trainer, meet me at the gym. Mm-hmm. I got to go get up 2,000 shots. And if you've ever shot 2,000 shots in one go, your arms are freaking jello. Like, believe me, like, go try and shoot 500 shots with less than like a couple minutes break in between. You'll be freaking just wiped out. Like, it's a lot of work. So everyone talks about how hard he worked in basketball, and that's why he was one of the best basketball players of all time. Mm-hmm. But what I found really incredible is after he retired, there was a story I saw of how literally he became friends with a guy that was a big stockbroker and worked on Wall Street. And it was really incredible because the guy's like, I've never met someone like Kobe Bryant. He literally, 2 o'clock in the morning, is texting me wanting to know more. And we've just spent an immense amount of time going into the details of the stock market. And he's like, yeah, he like was 100% in and like worked. He was going to work harder than any other stockbroker or person in the stock market to succeed in the stock market.
Yeah.
And it was just like, yeah, like that became his way of life, his being, the way he occurred for himself. But it was like just so incredible. Like, yeah. I mean, the guy made, I don't know, a couple $100 million playing basketball and endorsements and stuff.
Never has to do.
Yeah, didn't have to do a single thing. And here he is at 2 o'clock in the morning, just grinding away, just like, yeah, I'm going to get after it and be the best at it that I am.
What I've realized for myself lately too, and this is kind of a side topic, but really ties in nicely, I think, that I've lately been imagining myself like a knife, and the things like, oh, I'm going to learn this stock market, or I'm going to learn this new business, or I'm going to learn, and it's anything that's improving you. Jiu-jitsu, I'm going to study more spiritual stuff, whatever it is. It's like that's sharpening you. It's sharpening you and sharpening you. And you're sharp, you're like on your feet, you're a better person, you're more of yourself. And then there's things like social media, shows, things like that dull you. Now, I don't want to say like, oh, I'm not one of those people that's like, don't have social media or don't watch shows and don't that. Like, me and my wife, we at like 9 o'clock last night put on a show, mindless. It was The Office, mindless, laughing show. It was great. I have no problem. And recognize there's a little bit of cost. I got a little duller when I could have got a little sharper. Now, I don't think you can always sharpen forever. You at sometimes need.
Well, knife's no good if it never gets used.
Exactly, yeah. And using it gets it duller.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's a great point. And so I've really checked myself with that because it's easy, especially like if you do work that's on the internet or can be on social media too, it can be easy that you do something that would take 10 minutes to post or answer a question on, and then next thing you know, you've spent 30 minutes because you did that, and you were kind of scrolling for a little bit, and then this, and like, it's been so helpful to me to be like, it's not time to get duller. It's time to get sharper. Put this way,
Ooh, I
let's
like
get
that.
sharper. So, and that, like, Kobe Bryant, like, how you said that just made me think of him like that. Like, he just never stopped. It was like, all right, I'm done with this basketball, but I'm not going to turn into this dull, like, lump.
Mm-hmm.
I've mastered basketball. Now let me go master the stock market. I want to learn more. Like, and why not?
Yeah.
Why not? So, and it's like we've said before, there's just so much in life, like, to grab and go and learn and do. And
It's so true.
and it's yeah, it's so interesting. I could go off on a whole nother rant with that, but I'll stop there.
Alrighty.
But love what you shared, dude. Appreciate everyone for listening. Hit us up. And, John, what do you want to tell the people?
Merry Christmas.
Merry freaking Christmas. All right. We'll talk to you guys next week. Peace.